Hey, Section 8 Nation, this is John coming through with another Section 8. Well, this is just a chat. I want to tell you about something. Now, when you're your own man, people get afraid of you sometimes. And they don't know how to express themselves. Especially everybody who got a job. Like right now, it's Friday afternoon. About to go take care of some personal business. But when you own your own, you make your own rules. People ask you, how did you get that way? Or why are you that way? Or that's not right because it's not going by the traditional rules. Now, let me tell you something. I remember talking to this guy. It was a group of guys. There was a guy that looked like me. He lives on my block. And he said, hey man, what you do for a living? And I kind of knew what this guy do for a living. The guy is he's a surgeon. He's a spinal surgeon. So not only is he a surgeon, but the guy operates on people's spine. Now that's some delicate stuff right there. So he said to me, what I do, and I said, well, I own this and I own that, and I do this and I that. So guess what he told me? He said, and the way he said it kind of hurt my feelings. So guess what he said? He said, so you're a hustler, huh? And he said it in a negative way. And I got taken aback by it. And I got kind of deflated by this guy with the way he said it. Was like that, all because I wasn't doing what he was doing, or I didn't have what he thought was a status, that he would say something that I am a hustler. And I said, well, once I thought about it, I said, yeah, I am a hustler. And that's what all of us are who listen to this or trying to get to that point. We're hustlers. We take something, we see opportunity, and we make it. This guy didn't understand. This guy who had this job over there, he couldn't do anything. If he lost his job, if somebody wasn't paying him, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't make it. His family would be hungry. That's what we're trying to make sure that we do in Section 8. We're trying to make sure that anybody who's listening to this channel or believes in what's going on, that we're never hungry, that we don't have to rely on no man to take care of us, that we're going to rely on our assets to take care of us. So this man called me a hustler. I guess he's right. I'm a hustler. But he tried to put me down with it. But I challenged this person to go ahead on his own and set up shop and make $1. He can't do it. You know what they're going to be doing? Polishing up their resumes. And as you get too old, or old as me, people don't want to hire you anyway. So I guess that I am pretty much what they call proof. I can't get a job because I know too much. And it's hard for me to sit still and work that slow, or work at their work for an hourly wage. I want all of you guys to understand that when you out there, that when you work for hourly wage, that's all they're trying to do is pay you just enough to pay your bills. Just enough, nothing else. Just enough so you won't look for another job. So this guy's a spinal surgeon. And I got to give him his props because that's something. That's great. It took a lot of work just to become a doctor, then become a spinal surgeon on that, and working on people's spines, and one little slip and you can paralyze somebody for life. I don't know if I can handle that, but I can handle being a hustler. So bravo to the guy who called me a hustler, even though he got a Ferrari. But if the hospital stopped hiring him, he had to sell all of that. But guess what we'll do as a Section 8 nation? People that own real estate, people that own businesses, we will keep on going. We will keep on surviving because we have already gone ahead and gone through the roads and learned how to make money for ourselves. For those of you who are hustlers and not offended by people calling you a hustler, go ahead and support. Call me. Click the link below. Talk to John. If you got the book, go ahead and get it. But this is another hustler signing out to you guys, hustlers. Let's stay hustling. Let's go ahead and get this money, and let's be successful and independent and give something to our family, finally pass down something, and finally give our family some wealth. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.